Hey, what is up everyone? We got a brand new Sea of Thieves update, so in this video we're going to talk about everything you need to know about the July Sea of Thieves update. And this one, really the big thing about this is the beginning of a new set of tall tales. The Legend of Monkey Island, the Journey to Mêlée Island, has now released into Sea of Thieves, and like you can see on screen right now, we actually have a new visitor here at the outpost, and this is how you're going to start your tall tale. So at any of the outposts you can come here and you can vote on the book and talk to her what you want, whatever. Very similar to how the Pirate's Life Tall Tales happen, where you just go to the person on each of the outposts and you have like the different books that you can vote on, and that's pretty much it. So that's really exciting, but there's a ton of stuff to talk about with this update, so let's first look at all of the Monkey Island stuff. So obviously we got the brand new Mêlée Island, and this thing is probably one of the biggest islands in Sea of Thieves, and it just looks awesome. But to manage expectations, you're not going to be able to explore the full island until the second Tall Tale releases. In this first Tall Tale, it's only part of the island. So that's a bit disappointing, but I just wanted to kind of clear that up so that you're not disappointed when you get into the game. Another thing to note about these Tall Tales is it follows up on what happened in the storyline with the previous adventure that we had in Sea of Thieves. So if you missed that adventure, which was called A Dark Deception, I would definitely recommend you watch the video that I have linked above. So with this update, we got a whole host of new accommodations to do. So if you go into your pirate log under reputation and go to Tall Tales, you'll see number 1, the Journey to Mêlée Island. So this is where all of your Tall Tale stuff is if you haven't seen this before. And if we click on this, we'll see all of our accommodations for this new Tall Tale. And there's tons of stuff that you can do here. If you just finish the Tall Tale and don't do all the accommodations, you'll unlock this new trinket, which is just like the little dolls that he's holding in the trailer and presumably inside the Tall Tale itself. But if you finish all these accommodations, you'll unlock another trinket, which is just this portrait. I am a little disappointed. I'm hoping that the rewards we unlock in the other Tall Tales are a bit better than this. I feel like 2 trinkets is not that interesting. I mean, they look nice, but in general I feel like these could have been better rewards. That's not the only thing that these Tall Tales bring. These Tall Tales bring some really interesting gameplay mechanics. So we got stuff like zip lines in the game now, which is really cool. I'm hoping that gets added to the main part of the game with some of the islands that are a little bit harder to navigate through. That'd be really cool. We got some new enemy types, and these are probably the coolest looking enemies that we have in the game, outside of like the big bosses like the Kraken and stuff. These just look so cool. They're like ghostly skeletons and stuff, and I really like it. We also got a new weapon, so if you remember when we got a Pirate's Life, those Tall Tales, we got the Trident. That was cool and all, but this one looks even more interesting. It's a Mojo infused root beer. You get to like have this like bottle of root beer that you spray on your enemies and it just kind of kills them, I guess. That seems really cool. I'm looking forward to playing with that. There's just tons of cool stuff with this update. I don't know how much of everything that we are being told is going to be in this Tall Tale because I haven't got a chance to play it. I will definitely be playing it on stream tonight, so if you're interested in watching me play through it with some friends, definitely hop in and check that out. But let's move on to some other stuff. So heading into the Pirate Emporium, we got a ton of new Pirate Emporium stuff to talk about. So one of my favorite things added to the Pirate Emporium this update has to be this Pocket Seagull emote. So similar to the crab emote and the rat emote that we got previously, this one is just a seagull that you can have as a pet and that just appears on you and stuff. It looks really cool, I think. We also got a lot of Monkey Island cosmetics, of course, most of it featuring around LeChuck. So we got a costume for him with different variations of styles, which I think is really cool. I think the one with the skull looks really awesome and pretty imposing for the Sea of Thieves world. So I think that's pretty cool. We got some weapons. I don't really think these look the best, to be honest, but they're not too bad. We have a new poodle pet. So this is another collector's pet. This one's fine. I think it looks nice, but I mean, it's just another version of the dog that we've had this whole time. We have a really cool looking ship's crest with the LeChuck's Legacy ship crest. This one is really nice. I'm very tempted to get it. And then of course we have the whole ship collection, and this ship collection looks really nice. It's very imposing. I like, especially like the collector's figurehead where it has like the fire glow emanating from him, and the sails look really nice in this. It all looks really good. We also have some paintings. Honestly, this is kind of like take it or leave it. I wouldn't mind maybe getting like a painting of Mêlée Island itself to put in my ship, but we haven't got that yet, so maybe we'll get that in the next Tall Tale or something. There is some other stuff, but I think the main thing that people are going to want to make sure that they get is this month's free emote, which is the spin and shoot emote. And this looks pretty cool. I like it a good amount. Now there are some other things to talk about. If we head into the weaponsmith, we actually have some new swords to talk about. So we have 2 new versions of the Wailing Barnacle sword, and we have 2 versions of the Silent Barnacle sword now added to the game. These all look really cool. I think they're pretty nice to play with. Some of them are locked behind combinations, while others are just 4 doubloons. Pretty nice update, I think, with this. This update is pretty slim with the Outpost cosmetics updated, but I am happy that we at least got something. We do have some other stuff to talk about though, with accessibility features that were added this update. So we got narration playback speed. So players using the Let Games Read to Me now has additional controls within the settings menu to adjust the playback speed of the narration to whatever is most convenient or comfortable for them. And then we also got riddle map narration. So again, if someone's using that same feature, when raising a riddle map, the text found on the parchment will now be narrated. So I think that's really nice. We had a range of bug fixes in this update, but honestly nothing too notable. So that's pretty much where I'm going to end this video. There's tons of stuff to talk about with Monkey Island. I'm probably going to have another video just going in depth about the tall tale and everything interesting about it. But if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe, and definitely check out the live stream later tonight. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.